Testing. So where did you get that word mate from? Did you get it from...
I've just always done it.
I've never seen mate for some reason. I feel like it's too...
I've got such a habit of it because...
No, it's good. Like, mate,
coming to like West Harbour,
yeah.
There's 100 people there.
I'll go bro.
Both.
I'm both. I want to like deal with... Yeah, I'm good?
Yeah, thumbs up.
3, 2, 1. That clap will be for you, yeah?
Yeah.
Sweet, settled. Chuck that away. G'day everyone, welcome to the GOAT podcast. I think what episode we are, I don't know, but we have Dion from West Harbour. Appreciate you doing this too, Dion, especially in short notice. And yeah, thanks for doing this. Actually quite a privilege because I used to be a formal player for him in having a first grade captain. It's definitely something exciting to talk about. But yeah, so we're going to have Dion here. He's going to talk about his experience in rugby. We'll probably drift off and talk about other life stuff, but yeah, we'll see how we go. But yeah, Dion, welcome. Cheers.
Cheers, mate. It's good to be here.
So where did it all start, bro? With rugby, if that makes sense.
So basically, you're brought up with rugby in New Zealand, obviously.
Oh yeah.
So born in Te Awamutu, went to school in Hamilton.
Te Awamutu, where about?
Te Awamutu, so we got Auckland in the North Island, about an hour and a half south.
Yeah.
So kind of middle of the North Island kind of thing, and then small town out of Hamilton.
Okay.
So it's around that kind of area, and I did all my primary school, intermediate, all in Te Awamutu, then went to Hamilton Boys, where I played rugby at Hamilton Boys, and then basically what led me to Australia was, so I was in and around Waikato, and then, so that's Mitre 10 Cup.
Yep.
And I was 20 when I first made the squad halfway through the season. And then basically a lot of games not being played. So I was third string.
Okay.
So you obviously got your first string halfback or in that position.
Okay, I know what you're saying.
Second position in that, in halfback. And then I was like a third stringer. So I was in between, say, Bs and Mitre 10A.
Yep.
So, yeah, basically I just didn't play.
so when you talk about third string, so you're basically third pick.
Yeah, so I have to rely on injuries, which there was a few injuries which I made the bench but never played.
So this is around 20 years old? 20.
Yeah, so I was 20, so this is my first year.
Okay.
And then that next year, I was talking to them and they were like, look, we're going to sign you for a first or second spot.
Yep.
And I was like, happy days.
Yep.
We're in here.
So before we get to that position, so before you're 20, what was the, because over here in Australia we usually have certain ranks, so you've got like Shute Shield and you've got under that, you've got Colts and stuff like that. So to get to where you were, so 20, so in that position, what would, what's before that? Is there anything before that? Club rugby? Or
so we got club.
Yep.
And so the equivalent over here would be Shute Shield. Shute Shield in my eyes is a bit of a higher standard than the club rugby in New Zealand.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And it's kind of more professional. It's semi-professional, I think. Shute Shield.
Because I that's what I was about to say. Like, isn't West Harbour, like say first graders, a semi-professional? Because the next step up is usually, what's it, NIC, is it?
Yeah, Mitre 10 Cup.
Oh, but
I've got NRC as an Australian.
That's equivalent to what
okay. So NRC is equivalent, kind of. They're more semi-professional, whereas Mitre 10 New Zealand's professional.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
so you only can do that. It's full days training.
Yeah.
So it starts with gym, video, go through training twice a day.
Living a dream.
Yeah, just a lot of coffee.
lot of
coffee. But it's good.
So when you were getting the third string, so you signed up for what, to the second or first position for?
So there wasn't. I didn't sign for a third position. I made it throughout the season. So sometimes they have contracts for third stringers, but it's very rare because you're not going to sign someone that's not playing.
Yeah, makes sense.
So when I was signing for first or second position, I was playing club rugby, so you got the club rugby and after you played Mitre 10.
Yeah.
And I had a bad rib break. So broke two of my lower ribs on my left side. And then that was just in a tackle in the game. And then kind of just worked out bad that it was right at the end of the season leading into Mitre 10. And then there was ongoing issues with that for about 10 weeks, I think it was. And then they basically wrote me up and said, look, mate, you can't, we can't sign you because you might not play this season. Because of the rib. We don't know how it's going to go. It should have been a 6-week injury.
Yeah.
Where I ended up going to 10. And I was being a bit of a muppet, still training. So.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty painful, but
So how far back did you get set back on that?
Mate, so basically they ended up signing another, and then they said, look, we'll have you for a third string again.
Yeah.
And I was mate, not too keen on that
Yeah.
because I had the year before 7 weeks where I didn't play. So I was like, I'm all about playing, mate. I don't care about the money.
Yeah.
So
Especially being young, especially trying to make it. You
and
don't really care about the money.
Mate, I was getting flustered back then as well.
Yeah.
I just need to play.
How hard was it just watching people out there playing?
Mate,
and just like sitting on the bench.
You show up in your suit, mate, to a game and watch the boys play every week. It's tough.
Yeah. So just to correct it, so minor 10, is that a competition or is that like a...
So your regions, it's regional.
Yeah.
Throughout the whole of New Zealand. It's on TV over here.
Is that equivalent to the ITM Cup or is that...
No, same thing.
Oh, same thing.
Same thing. So it was ITM, different sponsor, now it's my team.
Oh, yeah, well, that's why I was getting confused.
ITM,
ITM,
so I think it changed, was it 2014 maybe?
Okay, yeah, so the viewers out there who sort of used to the old system, minor 10 is the equivalent now to
ITM
Cup.
Yeah.
Okay, so you were third string for that. So which club was that? Who did you play for?
So I played club rugby for my hometown Te Awamutu, so out of school. It's not like here where you play for your clubs at school.
Yeah.
So I play for my school and then you go back to whatever club in the region.
Yeah.
And then from that region, that club comp in that region, you make the rep team, basically.
Could you sign up with another team outside the region, if that makes sense? So say if you didn't make the cut for your region team.
Yeah, but a lot of them have rules, like you've got to play a certain amount of games.
Yeah.
But then Waikato can also loan me out to another region.
Oh, okay. Did you ever ask for something like that when you were sort of in that situation?
Nah, because I was still pretty young, so I was 20's pretty young. I was 2021, and then so no, you're not really after a halfback as well. You're after some big bloke playing on the wing or
6'6"
some
winger
or something.
Yeah.
Mate.
Did you ever go for it when you go for the ranks at that age? Did you ever come across any guys who are playing now in Super Rugby?
Yeah, like a lot of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so a lot of them come out.
So most of them in New Zealand you've played with, kind of thing.
Yeah. So any of them are the All Blacks or?
Yeah. There's quite a few. Yeah.
Oh, and you played with them in.
Yeah. So when I was
not against them, but with them in the same club, if that makes sense.
Not in my club team.
Okay.
But coming through, so I was Waikato under 19s.
Yep.
I played that, and we had Damien McKenzie in our team.
Yeah.
So the fullback, he's quite a popular lad. So fullback for the All Blacks, but he didn't play the World Cup because he got injured.
Yeah.
We've got 10 Bryn Gatlin, Atu Moli, which is prop for the All Blacks.
Spilled if you only Richard McCaw was at your age.
Would be good.
Yeah. So after not being signed for basically re-signed for a third string player, what happened after that?
So I basically got a call, just a random call, and I was like, I forgot what his name was, but he was ringing up. He was like, "Mate, would you be interested in coming over to play Shute Shield?"
Yeah. Was that before? Did you go to England beforehand?
No, so I went to England. So sorry, I missed that part.
Yeah.
So I was Waikato 19s.
Yeah.
My first year out of that. So between Waikato 19s, you've got a bit of a gap between playing minor 10 cups. It's professional. You're playing adults,
and you got guys who are 30.
Mate, yeah. And you're all still kind of kids at under 19s.
Yeah.
So I was like, mate, I might make the most of this and do a trip overseas. So I don't know how I got it, but I went over and I played for the Isle of Man, if you've heard of it. So there's this Isle of Man TT motorbike race, and it's the most dangerous race in the world.
Oh, yeah, the one in Ireland. It's the one in Ireland.
So it's in between. So there's basically your England.
Yep.
And then on the other side you've got
Ireland.
Ireland. And in between is the Isle of Man.
And that's
small island. It's a hectic race. It's like
road bikes, isn't it?
Yeah, road bikes.
Yeah.
And they are like 300 Ks.
Yeah, I've seen clips of it.
It's insane. So anyway, this club signed me.
Oh, so that club what?
That club, but we played in Manchester.
Yeah, mate.
So Manchester, Liverpool, and all that. So we're to and from there, and that was pretty cool. Yeah. So that was a good gig as well. So real low level rugby. Yeah. Really low.
What would be the equivalent here in Australia then, if that makes sense?
Mate, subbies. Yeah.
Subbies?
Probably, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Or I don't know. Maybe you'd say like
fourth grade.
Third twos.
Third twos. Yeah.
Third twos. Maybe thirds.
Yeah.
I'd say probably.
Yeah.
And so that like over there, how it works is they've got no kind of rep footy. They've got only club comps. So it lasts like 8 months.
Yeah.
Whereas we're like 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
Something like that. But anyway, so clubs pump money into the smaller teams to because the next year there's promotion relegation, so they pump money in to get upgraded.
Yep.
So to get promoted up to the next level.
So the bottom 3 go down, and then the top 3
Kind of thing. Yeah, I think it's top 2.
Top 2.
Yeah. So
and they just get relegated.
So they're pumping money in to try to get promoted.
Yeah.
So quite often you get a lot of these lower level teams putting more money in than the top teams, which is bizarre. But
where do they get the money from, you reckon?
I don't know. Hey, sponsors. I know from my team, they had the Isle of Man TT, so the motorbike race.
Oh man,
and it's something like £90,000 or something. They get just double.
Yeah, double. Yeah.
Yeah, so 180,000 kind of thing, just from this race, just from like camping and that. Mate, it's insane. So I'd say that's where they get a lot of their money from.
Yeah. Did you watch any of those races or?
Nah, because it's all summer. So I went winter.
Yeah. And
then flew back for another season in New Zealand.
What would you say about that competition? Would you say we've not been as? Would you say the quality is not as the same as?
Mate, it's so different, eh?
Yeah.
So rugby in New Zealand's different. England. And then Australia is even different.
What did you learn? What did you learn from? What did you take out of England while you were there?
Just basically, my main thing was how to build phases over there.
Yeah.
So they don't have much footwork. It's weird.
It's a forwards game, mate.
It's a forwards game, mate. I played in hail, snow, rain.
Would you say it's a forwards game?
Week.
Yeah. Would you say it's a forwards game due to the weather? Like, because you can't do a long cutout ball
100%.
when it's snowy.
I think a huge factor, because it's the same as Aussie, how it doesn't rain here, mate.
Yeah.
I think I've played one game in the rain since I've been here. And, mate, so you can throw the ball, it's a lot more running here versus then New Zealand's like in between.
Would you say there's a big size difference in the forward pack, or?
They were huge over there.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
They were huge in England.
Well, if you look at the England side now, like, they got heavy. Their forward pack's heavier than New Zealand. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it'd be something like that. No, just complete different.
Yeah.
Footy, they just run straight. They're about kind of like pushing each other through the tackles.
Yeah. So you got a lot of shields.
Yeah, you got a lot of guys working together better, but then individually here in New Zealand, they work a lot better and
So you were only there for one season in England.
Yeah.
And then you head back to
New Zealand. So I went from there back to New Zealand, played the club comp, and I think I just came in really fit because I just played 8 months.
Yeah.
I just
was
playing really well. So
yeah,
no injuries. So this would have been when I was 20. So this is before I made Waikato. This is the season I made Waikato.
Yeah.
So come off that season, played club comp. Then I started playing Waikato B development.
Yeah.
B, and then from there had a few good games, and then basically pushed one guy out, and I got put up into that third spot.
Yep.
And that's the joy of having those third guys not contracted. Is there's room for movement.
Yeah.
So
because if a guy's contracted and he's shit, and you got a guy's good.
Yeah, exactly.
You sign up to use him. You gotta get your money's worth.
It's perfect for me anyway. So
yeah.
So I got bumped up, and I thought it was the best thing in the world, mate. I was at uni at the time.
Yeah.
And I got from $150 a week, mate, to I think it was $1,200 just for training.
No way.
Yeah.
A week.
Yeah.
You can live off that.
Yeah. Oh, mate, yeah.
That's like full
I
time.
was paying like $74 rent, mate.
Oh,
great.
Right. That's living the dream. So that's how big. So you imagine if you played Super Rugby in New Zealand, like would they play?
So I think back then, one of my mates said they were getting paid $1,800 a week for Super Rugby. I think that was kind of like the standard.
Yeah. Your minimum. That was your minimum wage. Yeah.
But the thing about my team, it wasn't all year.
Oh,
so you get $1,200 for the 4 or 5 months. It is.
Yeah. Then you got to find a job.
Or just
like
live off that, mate.
Yeah.
No, it was good for the flatmates, mate. We went from eating pasta to me bringing home scotch for the steaks. Best flatmate ever.
No, that's bad. And New Zealand's food, would you say that their steaks a bit different to Australia's?
Oh, mate, it's different.
Everyone says that,
It's good,
everyone says he goes to my sister went there with a partner.
Yeah.
And then she was talking about the bakeries there compared to Australia. I was like, don't even bother.
Mate, it's a different world.
Yeah?
Mate, especially the fish and chips, mate.
Is it?
Chips,
what is it? What's the difference, but?
I don't know. They just got something about their chips, mate.
It's just
a lot cheaper as well, eh?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I thought it would have been the cost of living would be equivalent with the expenses.
Hey, actually, so food I reckon is more expensive over there.
Yeah, that's what I got told.
So food's more expensive, and the fuel's more expensive. The only thing that's more expensive here is probably
houses.
Yeah.
House
is huge. Unless you're in Auckland, apparently it's equivalent. But,
Oh, no way.
Yeah, to Sydney.
So you got back. You started to have a taste of what's that, minor 10?
Yeah, so I started to get in there training, but the joys of making minor 10 and not playing started to wear off a bit.
Oh, okay.
It was good at the start because you're earning a bit of money.
Yep.
And you're just training, but you need to play out.
So you were in the squad basically,
Yeah.
and you're sort of the second pick.
Yeah.
So you're sort of waiting on the sideline at that time.
I'm waiting for an injury, mate.
Yeah. So did you get a couple of runs within that period when you were there at minor 10?
Nah. So I obviously did the training, and I made the bench once against Canterbury, and I even got to warm up. Yeah. Which was quite a big one.
Yeah.
And actually the biggest. We actually lost the shield, which was quite bad.
Oh.
But yeah, so that one, yeah, that's kind of when I decided I need to play. So then when I got this call from this guy in Australia, I was thinking, mate, I'll look into it. Yeah. I had never heard of Shute Shield. Never heard of NRC.
I don't think anyone from 1 and 10 would be hearing.
No, I had no idea, mate.
You know yourself, the quality.
And I started to inquire about it, asked a few people, and they're like, it's a really good competition.
So growing up in New Zealand, actually, I should ask. Growing up in New Zealand, obviously you're coming from the rugby sort of way. What's the equivalent to league? How big is league in rugby league in New Zealand? Would you say sort of climbing, or
I don't want to say this in Australia too much, but
league
is the if you suck it kind of union.
Oh, no way!
Or if you fall off the bell, yeah. It might have changed a little bit now, but
So union.
You play union, mate.
Yeah, so
you brought up in New Zealand, you play union.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no league.
There's no league.
Unless some families are kind of brought up like that, or like a lot of families over there have gone to Aussie, come back, and then they want to play league kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I think one I went to school was Tamati Martin.
No, I've never heard of him.
So he played Panthers, and then he was in the Cowboys.
Yeah.
And he's had to retire early because of a brain bleed.
Oh.
Yeah, so he had I don't know, it's a big story. It was last year, I think. Yeah, so
young?
Yeah, so he's 24.
Fuck.
Yeah, young. So he got a concussion, and then he was on a flight or something, and then, so he played league. He played union and league, and the school I went to was very serious about you can't play both, because league was on a Sunday, union was on a Saturday, so you could do both, but yeah, they were like, no, you can't do both.
So basically, league is still under union in New Zealand, like union still your number one sport.
Yeah, I've never played a game. I played one game of league in my life.
Yeah? Well, how did you go?
It was fun, I played it was a Maltese family tournament.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I joined one of my best mates back home, he's Māori, and I joined his family's Māori team. Yeah. And I just said I was one of them, mate.
But so having that one game, do you reckon you need to be fitter for a certain game, or do you reckon it's just different structure?
Oh, that would have been a really low level, so I don't know. Okay. I don't know what it'd be.
Because I've been to play a bit of both.
Yeah.
And I personally will say league is hard. You got to be fitter in a way. League, but union's more fun. If that makes sense. You can have a lot
more freedom.
More freedom, but it's also more structured. I got a bit lost sometimes playing.
Oh,
yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I remember, I think one of the boys, I won't mention him, but we were playing versing Randwick. I think it was like 4th grade or something, like 3rd grade or whatever. And then the ball was in league, if the ball's coming in the try line, like you sort of whack it out. You just whack it out so they don't get a try. I just came back and just whacked it out. And everyone's like, what the heck are you doing? And I think one of the boys said, no, he's a leaguey. He's a leaguey, doesn't know. I was like, what the hell are you guys doing? There's
a lot more rules, eh?
There's
a lot more rules.
Just get the ball and run it.
Yeah.
It's definitely. So obviously after minor 10, you went from New Zealand, England, back to New Zealand.
Yep.
And now you're back in.
Now I'm back in Aussie.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry. So then I got that call and I was like, I looked into it, and then basically I think it was a Tuesday night.
Yeah. And how long ago was that call? 3 years ago?
So 2017.
2017.
I got this call, and I was looking into it for about 2 weeks, and then basically I get another call one night. It was a Tuesday, and this guy goes, mate, we need you this weekend kind of thing. Do you want to come? And I was thinking about it.
This is Shute Shield. Like,
yeah. And I was.
We got a couple of other halfbacks here, but anyways.
I don't know what was going on. So at the time, I knew Shute Shield was an all right level.
Yeah.
And knew nothing about it though. Didn't know who West Harbour was. I didn't even know it was called West Harbour at the start, mate. It was a bit of a shit show. Nah, so I was just like, mate, what do I have to lose? Like, my season was done because I think the Aussie season goes a little bit longer. They start at different times.
Yeah.
So I was like, mate, I've missed my season. I don't want to play third spot. They rang me about, oh, we'll push you for NRC. Like, we think you probably get in there. I was like, oh, sweet. So, and I didn't know what NRC was as well.
So yeah, it's like,
but they were like the equivalent of my 10. So I was like, oh, I'll go for that. Sweet.
Yeah.
And then so I basically said, yeah, mate, I'll come over tomorrow. Why not? I was kind
Just
of
like that.
screw wife, kind of thing at the time.
So the risk versus the reward. What was the risk losing your position? Obviously,
Well, I was third string. I would have been third string again.
Yeah.
And so obviously the first and second contracts have favour over you. So I was like, mate, why not? I'm still 21, so I was like, I'll just go over.
So did you have any ambitions to play like? Oh, now that you're actually here now you know how the system works. NRC, have you hit NRC yet?
Yeah, so that year, so
I think I jumped the gun a bit. How did you enjoy? So when you came to West Harbour, how was West Harbour like?
Mate, it was good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. So I came on the Wednesday, so I got the call Tuesday, flew out Wednesday, mate. Like that's how quick it was.
So how did you pack? How did you see feeding
So what actually happened?
What the hell?
I was like,
was that the first point of contact, or you?
No. So I was talking for about 2 weeks.
Yeah, but I say that's a bit strange.
But it was never in my mind to go. I was just kind of keeping it there. Just like see what's going on, and then it's just an option. And then I was just like, I had just got the news about the contract and all that. I was like, fuck, why not? And I rang my mum. I was like, can you pack for me? Because I'm in Hamilton. My clothes are in Tiamuni. And then she was like, oh yeah. Where are you going? I was like, oh, I'm going to Aussie.
Just like that?
Yeah, I was just.
What about your visas?
No, you don't need visas. So I just fly over.
Oh, okay.
I can just live here, yeah.
I thought they changed the rules on that. I thought that.
No.
Nah, they're still good. Oh, good on them.
Maybe at the moment, coronavirus, but. Don't know.
Nah, no such thing, but no.
Yeah.
No, but so what? So you got a flight. You're in talk for 2 weeks, roughly, and then you got the call. And you go, can you come tomorrow? So okay, so you've jumped in a plane. You're literally coming.
Yeah.
Where do you stay?
So they had it all sorted. So they had a sponsor at the time, Sydney Student Living, which is just up the road.
Yeah.
It's a hostel, like a long-term hostel. Now I have no idea. It was a unique experience. But so I got there. I landed Wednesday night. I went to training with my bags, mate.
What?
So I hopped off the plane, but they just wanted to introduce me to some of the guys, and they'd take me home after training.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, this is.
Who's this?
So, mate, I had no idea who I was meeting at the time. So I walked out. The guy picked me up. I forgot what his name was.
Shout out to the guy who doesn't know his name, but
yeah.
You would know everyone.
Yeah, I shouldn't name him. But no, so I went there, met the coach, met a few of the boys, and then basically walked me up. One of the guys drove me up the road, dropped my stuff off at the house, showed me around. So I was in that hostel. There's a few guys living in there.
Yeah.
So
all West Harbour players?
Yeah. Oh, no, not all of them.
Oh. Okay.
So there was students from all over the place.
Oh, like, it's a hostel, so you have like it's like a dorm.
But people have been there like 5 years, mate. It's different.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really understand.
Is it a backpack?
Nah, it's not.
That'd be dirty, man.
Nah, it wouldn't be the worst being 21.
Yes. What is it like?
So it was alright. I had my own room.
Yeah.
Still a single bed though. It was a bit tough, but single room, and then I shared with Albert Tuisu, if you've heard of him.
Nah.
So he plays London Irish at the moment.
Oh, okay.
So I shared with him at the start, and then basically the next night went to training, so Thursday.
Yeah.
And then played Saturday. I played.
How far in were they in the season? How far in were they in?
So they had 6 games left.
Oh well.
And so they just got a win the week before, and we won the last 6 in a row. So and we missed out on finals by 1 point.
It's always the case with West Harbour, isn't it?
Mate, it was
that's the story of their life, I think, as a club.
And when I was there, I was like, how are we so far? Like, because we're so far down the ladder.
Yeah.
And I got there, we were just killing it. Like,
yeah.
It was smoking teams.
Which teams were you smoking?
So the first one was Uni.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Then we beat Manly, Ringer, East.
Oh, the teams.
Made like all of them.
All the top teams.
And so the last 2 games are the top 2 on the table, which are Manly and
really?
I can't even remember at the time.
Yeah.
But Yeah, I had no idea who these teams were.
Well,
It's not to me.
You coming in the last 6 games, and obviously them winning. Were you the point of difference?
No,
if that
I
makes
don't
sense?
think I was a point of difference. I just did my role. Like
Yeah.
I didn't do anything special when I came.
Yeah.
They had their key players there. I just basically tried to pass as quick as I can, get to these rucks as quick as I can.
Yeah.
But obviously, I just come off an injury for that amount of time. I put on like 5 kilos, which is heaps for me.
Yeah.
It was like 90 kicks, mate, which is massive for a 9, I think. Anyway.
Is it?
Well,
They're bigger these days,
I played about 83.
Oh, yeah.
So 7
Yeah.
kilos is a lot for me.
Big time.
Yeah, and so I was heavy as, and the rugby's so quick here compared to the club rugby in New Zealand.
Quick.
Yeah, it's quick, mate. It's quick.
In what way?
I think because, I was speaking before about the dry weather.
Yeah. It's
I think
forces you to run.
we can just pass.
Yeah.
Pass and everything's accurate because you don't have to worry about slippery ball or anything like that. I think that's mainly why.
Is that why? Is that like New Zealand too? Have the weather plays a role?
Yeah.
So it slows it down.
So we're like kind of 50-50 dry
Yeah.
versus wet, but here it's
just dry.
It's just dry. Yeah, so you get sweaty ball.
Yeah. So that would have been the 2017 season. Yeah, with the Shute.
Yeah, so played that. It was 2017.
Yeah.
We missed out on finals by 1 point.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so I played NRC. I made NRC from those 6 games, which was quite good.
Shout out to NRC.
Yeah, thanks for that. And then, I think, actually it was bizarre that because there was 5 halfbacks. Then there was an injury.
Who were you? What string were you?
I had no idea, mate. So I had 2 meetings.
It's all about organisation.
I was Rams and Rays. And I didn't know at the time, mate. This has gone so quick for me.
Yeah.
Like
6 games, right? You just came to a new country. Yeah.
Yeah. I had these meetings, and I was like, I talked to the coach, and he kind of like decided, and I was like, sweet, go with it. And then, so I think there was an injury, and then I think we went to Perth, and they were just like, oh, aren't you going to start? And I was like, hey. I was thinking, what's the go here, man? We train twice a week. I was thinking minor 10 equivalent.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I'll get going for a start. I haven't ran the structures at all.
Oh, so weren't you training beforehand? Or is it just...
No, so they started training since I was late. So they've already got the teams organised, kind of. And then they took me on.
Yeah.
And so I came into training for 2 weeks. And then I was starting.
Did you within those 2 weeks, were you in any plays or starting plays? You know how you got sort of...
No, so until that week before.
Yeah.
And they were like, right, you're going to start.
So you had a week to prep.
So I had a week to prep, and I was going over everything. And obviously they'd been training for a fair few weeks by then. So I was a bit behind. And then we played basically the Western Force had just been kicked out of Super Rugby. So all of them played. And mate,
no way.
We got demolished, mate. It was embarrassing.
Well,
it would have been, it was 60-something to 20. It was tough.
It's like that in rugby, isn't it? Like a lot of big scores. Right? You don't really see that type of score in league.
No.
Unless if you got first grade versus reserve grade.
Yeah.
But a lot of big scores in union, isn't it?
Yeah.
So did you? I don't know. Did you? So the actual Western Force first grade team played you guys. And you guys were an ITM Cup team.
No, so we were NRC, yeah.
No, sorry.
Yeah, the Rams. So we're just all like, none of us professional.
Semi-professional, but...
Yeah, semi-professional. Yeah, and we played them. And, mate, I think for a halfback, I made, like, a good game would be kind of 3 tackles for me. Like, if everyone does their job, like, on the last line of defence kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, I think I was up over 16. And it was just horrible, mate.
Bro, were you gassing when you were passing it?
Mate, I was so tired.
How was that game, but? Well, explain the game. How did it pan out?
Mate, we just started. So I played 75 minutes. So pretty much a whole game.
Yeah.
And it just was not, mate, I don't know how to explain it. We just got... But they had some really good players in there, and they all play Super now. So
and they all play Super, yeah.
Most of them did.
So after that, so that was 2017, end of 2017.
Yeah.
So 2018, what happened in 2018?
2018, we had a good team. We had a great team at West Harbour.
West Harbour.
We were...
Shout out to West Harbour. Haven't given them a shout out. Shout out to West Harbour. But yeah.
So we had a good team, but the club had a lot of dramas. That year. So they kind of went bankrupt.
West Harbour.
During the season, the coach quit on and off for about
I think those players need to start paying their fees, eh, boys?
Yeah, pay your fees.
No, but yeah.
So, yeah, we had a really good team, but just too much dramas
Yeah.
on the field.
Or on the field or off the field?
Oh, no, so on the field was great.
Yeah.
All the players got along, everyone really enjoyed it. But then the coach started to quit and come back. We'd win 10 times, I don't know.
10 times in how many games?
Mate, over the season, maybe.
10 times?
Yeah.
How do you do that?
It's just, I don't know.
So he'll rock up to one game, and when he quit that week, he quit.
We're getting these messages, mate, from them saying, like he's quitting, so I was resigning.
Yeah, so what happened? So do you go on the field with no coach and you go with the assistant coach, or how does that work for a little game day?
He would still show up. I think he's just calling their bluff. It was fights between the board and him, and or I don't even know. It was. There's
a bit of the politics side of things. I'm assuming. So
there's a lot to it. But
how did you find that? Because you're obviously from a different environment, I guess, in New Zealand.
Yeah.
So
it messed with me a lot.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yes. In what way?
Well,
you're not used to that.
In my head, I'm here to play footy.
Yeah, not here to bullshit.
Yeah. And then is he quitting? Is he not? And then I was like, mate, I should go home. What am I doing here?
That's in 2018.
Yeah. So I think I nearly went to book a flight home about 10 times, mate.
Oh, no way. Bad.
Yeah, so it was pretty bad for me. And then everything, obviously, it was just bad. So we started really well, and it just fell to bits. So I genuinely reckon if we had secure, I think we would have gone quite far.
Okay. If the management was a bit more.
Yeah. So
a bit more. I don't know. How would you say?
Stability.
Yeah, I think behind the scenes was stability, but the team itself was a great team.
Mate, yeah, we were stacked.
Are those guys? Any of those guys still playing today? That 2008.
So we were real forward orientated then. We lost most of those forwards. Yeah, so we lost all our main players, I'd say.
Any of them
because after that season, everyone got headhunted, I think, from a lot of teams.
Because it's good players, that's what always happens.
And then they said it was quite obvious that West Harbour broke, or I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
And so everyone was getting approached, mate. It was left, right and centre, every team. And all the boys would message each other what did you get?
So behind the scenes, the boys even say, did Remy pick you up? Or
exactly.
Well, that's probably the best move they can make, all those clubs, when the team's down that side and the other players not confident.
That's it.
Just shows, man, far out. So from 2018 and all those dramas happening, did any of those boys go to Super Rugby? Or
so we had Andrew. AT's with the Waratahs hooker.
You're starting hooker now, or?
No, I don't think he's starting.
But he's in there.
He's in there. I'm not sure if he's kind of the third string as well, I think. For Super Rugby. And then we've got Albert Tuisu playing for London Irish, that's top.
So the Heineken Cup?
Yeah, you don't get much higher than that.
Oh, okay.
Next level's kind of international.
Yeah. No way.
Yeah, for him. Yeah. So he's really good. So he'd probably be one of the best players I played with.
Ever?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I don't know.
So New Zealand had a lot of stats.
Yeah, we had a lot of players there, but that I've played with, I played with a lot of good players younger, but he would have been one of the better.
So going from basically New Zealand to Australia, comparing the culture in rugby, what would you say the difference is? Obviously, management.
A lot more stability.
Shout out to New Zealand stability-ness.
I don't know. So in New Zealand, we're a lot more about our after matches and that, after functions.
Oh, okay.
So we get a lot of culture that way, and there's a lot more, I don't know, history maybe.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of history actually in West Harbour, but I don't think they promote it as well.
Mm-hmm.
So as teams back home, we've got a lot of things that go back, and we're constantly celebrating new achievements and old achievements.
Yeah.
Whereas I don't think they do that enough here.
Yeah.
Maybe at West Harbour.
Yeah. I think they do have the West Harbour Day, don't they?
Yeah. So there's a lot of days. The club's actually really good like that, but I just think they could have a lot more, I don't know, bringing back some of the old culture.
Yeah. Because apparently West Harbour, well, as far as I know, when I was playing for them, they always talked about back in the days how West Harbour was known as a dominant club, like very dominant. Like it's not going to be an easy game for a lot. Like they got to come. Yeah, they got to come in, and people got to get hurt. When I was there, I'm only speaking from my experience, but I was in 4th or 3rd grade, so I don't really care. But it didn't seem as dominant the way they were explained back in the history. It was. It didn't seem that way. I mean, they were sort of getting dominated by the top tier clubs. But then they were averaging games with Parramatta, 2 Blues and stuff So
that's it. Yeah, mine's been a lot different. So we've given everyone a good run for their money. So every year I've been here, it's been completely different.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah. So we're actually hugely on the up now. We've got a good new coach, Mark Gatto.
Shout out Mark.
Gudvinson.
He's
a great man. So he's basically building the team around kind of enjoyment, bringing everyone together. I think we're having a lot of love for the game. And it's really starting to show now because we're starting our retention of players is huge now. I think over 75%, which is quite big for us. Opposed to the last years, we've retained a lot of our good players, and now more players are starting to come. We've got some from other clubs, and so it's going really well. Yeah.
We'd say so. With that saying, you always you're the captain now. When did that role play? When did that sort of come up? Was it 2019, 18, or how did that come about?
2018. So when I was saying we all got headhunted. So me and a few of the boys, we decided to go to Ramwick. We had a good group of us to go to Ramwick, and I'm sure West Harbour don't mind me saying it was tough times there for a bit. So I was like,
West Harbour, keep your players, guys. Get your shit sorted.
We came back. Don't worry. But we went there, and we were. It was all good. It was a lot different to West Harbour.
Oh, so you went to Ramwick for a bit?
I went to Ramwick, mate, full out.
Left.
I left.
Did they know that? Like, did they know?
West Harbour. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I communicated everything. It was quite well, I thought. But even Mark would say he couldn't blame me at the time. I'd say. Like everyone.
Fair enough.
And then everyone came back. But so November to February, I went.
November. Yeah. So off-season training.
Yeah. And so Ramwick said they'd help me find, a house to stay in over there, give me a job. Basically got to like 4 months. And I was like, mate, you got to do something, otherwise.
You're out.
And Gatto just called me. He's like, mate, we're back on the up. Everything's going well. Would you be keen on coming back? I was like, mate, you find me a house and a job, I'll come back.
Yeah.
And mate, he did that in like less than a week.
So, what were you doing at Ramwick? Where were you living at Ramwick then?
So I was still living where I was. So I was living with a couple of the boys just in Strathfield.
Okay.
Yeah. So then I just travelled to Coogee. It's massive drive.
Good area, but
yeah, it's great.
Yeah,
it was good. It was good. That was fun. But so I was travelling there, and we were going really well. Like the guys over there, we were top. So, and then basically, when it started to unfold, get closer to the season, I was like, I've got to have stuff kind of sorted because otherwise, it's going to get too late for me to make a move.
Yeah.
And then I basically said to them, I had made my decision. I was going to West, so I gave them. I said, mate, you got 2 weeks. Find me a house, or I'm going back to West.
Yeah.
And then West sorted that out. Went back, and I got a great job now as well. They got me a job with Treasurer at the time. It was Chris Charlton.
Is that
So Charlton's accountancy.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So that's where I got into that.
Yeah. Oh, because you're an accountant. You're an accountant. Yeah. Just for the viewers to know that he's not just a rugby player, he's an accountant too. So yeah, shout out to the accountants out there.
Yeah, shout out to Charlton. He got me a great job, and it was quite lenient with rugby, which is great.
Yeah.
So I finished training on time and all that. And that's basically my stability now is at work, which is great for me. He's not the treasurer now, but he's still really good with it. So it's great for me.
So he was one of the sponsors.
Yeah, so he was one of the sponsors. Yeah.
Oh, perfect then. So he got a good understanding of that. Yeah, rugby is rugby.
And he loved it, and it's good. He likes watching it. So.
And does he come to the games and stuff? Yeah. Oh,
no, he's a great sporter. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's pretty good. That's good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. So I had that, and then they got me a house in Concord with a few of the boys.
Yeah.
So now it's kind of the rugby house now. So got boys coming in, boys coming out every year.
Yeah.
Which is I've been there coming up 2 years. No, year and a half.
Yeah.
Yep. So I've been there. That's been fun, and then basically came back to West Harbour, and then last year Gutto just said, mate, we're looking to put you into a captaincy role.
Yep.
And I was like, I never thought I'd be kind of in there because I'm kind of high energy, like to joke around a bit at training.
Yeah.
But he liked it, so I think with his enjoyment factor,
yep,
kind of worked well. So yeah,
nice. So you got basically, did he give you a reason why he wanted to put you in that position, like captain, or was it just like?
I don't know if it's like he never really explained it.
Yeah,
and I never really questioned it, but I just backed him.
Yeah,
and so it was good for me as well because I play a lot on.
But you're number 9, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Number 9s tend to see the game a bit.
Yeah. So I'm a lot of a confidence player. So him backing me in that kind of role gave me a bit of, backed me a bit and gave me a bit of confidence, which is good. And I think, get along with a lot of the guys really well.
Yeah.
Personally, so that probably had a bit of a factor.
So that was 2019. You started the season as a captain. So off season, you had a bit of a drama with Randwick in West Harbour.
Yeah. Came back and then
you came and you got captain.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no loyalty, but we'll give you captain.
Nah, it was because, like I said, the club went completely sideways, mate. Like, and then Gutto and the management there really put a lot of effort into it.
Oh,
and obviously, if I could have stayed at West Harbour, I would have. But at the time, they didn't have a team, mate.
So
I'm not going to get pumped.
And the guys who on that 2018 team, did they leave?
Yeah, majority of them.
Majority
left.
Man, so how did you guys go in 2019? You being captain?
Mate, we didn't have our I don't want to say it, but our forwards depth wasn't probably enough.
Yeah, okay. From the year before.
For that 2019 season. So we really struggled on a depth perspective from our forwards. So you can't play 18 weeks and back on no injuries kind of thing.
Yeah.
So we did the best we could, but we had a great backline.
Yeah.
A great backline. We have I think one guy's playing Super Rugby for the Lions in South Africa. Another one's playing in the American comp, the new American comp.
Yep.
Yeah, and we just had an unreal backline, and we've retained most of those players except for those two, obviously playing higher now.
So with that, so obviously with Union, it's a forwards game. Would you say it's a forwards game? So if you got the guys in the engine room doing their job, the back lines, you can be average, but you still be be dominant.
You need your backs to finish things off, but if you don't have forwards, man, it's tough.
Is the culture still a lot of Polynesians in the club?
We've got a lot of Islander blokes. They're great.
They're still there?
Yeah. So we actually have a good night, an island night.
Yeah.
And everyone does their little dances, their songs and everything. It's great, mate.
So you've been there for 4 years, going on to 4 years?
Half of 2017,
18,
19.
Oh, okay.
So 2 full seasons.
Man. What was it? Oh, obviously you can't even say your best year because your best year would have been 2009. Oh,
captain. 2017 was pretty fun, mate.
Oh, it was fun for 6 weeks.
For 6 weeks, 6 games.
Yeah,
mate, that was because we were smashing teams, mate.
And you're such a uni.
Yeah. Well, that was close. We just beat them.
Yeah.
But the other games.
Has any clubs been hitting you up between that time, between 17 and now? Has any other?
When the club fell to bits, we had a few. Yeah.
Well, you chose Randwick.
Yeah, I chose.
You chose the beach. You chose the beach.
I chose the beach, mate.
Did any other? No more Penrith is there?
No. They're back now though.
They're back now.
So they reckon they're back. Them and Newcastle are going to join the comp, and that's starting in July 18.
Newcastle.
Yeah.
So you're travelling to Newcastle. 1 week.
Good bus trip.
Far out there. You're involving.
Yeah. So they want to. They're making it 13 teams. So we still have one bye, and we just play from July till October sometime.
Far out. Go to Newcastle, that's 2 hours, 2.5 hours up there, 2.5 hours back.
Crazy.
Feel sorry for the 4th graders who play at 10 o'clock in the morning.
What's
wrong with that, believe?
I don't know.
You guys will be the ones in the bus bar. I think the 4th grade, 3rd graders will have to drive themselves up.
I always show up halfway through the kind of 4th grade.
Yeah.
It's still pretty early.
I don't know how they do it. No, it was just fun, man. It was always fun. But I noticed when you play 3rd grade, 2nd grade, you get more of a crowd. 4th grade.
Because everyone's there.
Yeah, everyone's there.
Everyone's there.
So
That's
yeah.
good.
So what do you enjoy about it most about the play for West Harbour now at the moment? What do you?
Mate, the boys, eh?
Yeah.
So that's the biggest thing I noticed from Ramwick to West Harbour.
Yeah.
Mate, there's no like, I'm better than you. There's no ladder.
Yeah.
Mate, everyone gets along.
Oh, with West Harbour?
Yeah.
Yeah.
West
Oh,
Harbour,
bro, that's the best,
mate,
mate.
It's the best part.
So
So,
I remember going there my first year. Like, you know, you're sitting with first grade and it's just normal, but it's good. Both the camaraderie and everyone knows each other. It's really welcoming, I think.
I felt like, Ramwick was a lot like, these guys are
You're top tier, then you're the bottom
and
tier.
everyone's kind of like at each other a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, obviously it's competitive.
Yeah.
And it's aggressive sports. Everyone gets a bit, but I don't know if it's the Islanders or not. They make it kind of better.
Yeah.
I think make that kind of.
So it's sort of the laid back culture.
Yeah, they don't think
that.
they're better than anyone else.
No.
So they're all, which I like. I've got a lot of time for them. So.
Do you have a lot of Polynesians where you are in New Zealand? Where you grew
Yeah,
up?
so I was kind of, mate, the West Harbour. Tiamutu is like the West Harbour.
Equivalent. Oh, so
Yeah.
you want to fit straight in.
Yeah, no, it was easy. And a lot of the guys know, like, the Islanders there, know the Islanders there, mate.
Small world, isn't it?
Mate, it was funny, yeah.
Far out. So obviously with this year with the coronavirus stuff you guys up, so what happened with that?
So we're hopefully back training next week.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Are
So,
they going to kick the season off?
yeah.
How many more? I'm pretty sure they'll be. Oh, no, wait. October they finish, don't they? When do they finish the actual regular season?
So usually July, I think.
You only got June,
Yeah,
July.
but we're going to start July now.
And play in summer.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, that'll be hectic. So can like fourth graders come out of nowhere and start playing again or
Yeah,
something?
well, they're talking, so there's all sorts of things like first, you've got to have first to fourth, but there's also rumours that it might be just first and seconds.
Oh, fair
and then Colts.
Yeah, well, that's fair enough.
But
Just to get the main.
and no crowds.
No crowds.
Yeah, which would be a bit tough, but
So you can't. So like what parent, like family can't come watch.
I don't know how they're going to do it, mate. I think that's probably why it's taken so long for us to start.
Yeah,
Figure all
well,
that
probably,
stuff
if that's the case, it'll probably be just like it would just be first grade, second grade, or whatever. It would just be that, I think.
Yeah.
Because like if you've got no
And
crowd,
it should be, I think probably.
Yeah.
As shit as it sounds, but
have you been training lately?
I've been going hard, mate. So our gym got closed down because of it. So we've grabbed everything from the gym, mate, and I've got a full gym in the garage.
You got the roller? You got the roller?
Got the roller.
How many rolls?
No, we just got one roll. We got one roll. No, the worst, but the best, mate.
Wow, yeah. So what have you? So you obviously training like with this coronavirus and stuff. Then
Yeah. So obviously being an accountant, I've got a home office set up
right.
in my room,
Yeah.
which is good. Wake up from bed, off I go,
Yeah,
and then mate, I'm just gymming at home and then running at night, which is
that's mad.
Yeah,
so you're staying fit,
yeah. I've
fit
actually
enough.
got fitter and strong, which is good.
Yeah. How did you work that out? Fitter
So-
and stronger, if that makes sense.
Well, I do obviously like just my skin folds kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
So I fit that way, but I've also put on weight, which is quite good.
Like good weight.
Yeah, good weight.
Yeah.
Weight, yeah. And then obviously we do our time trials, our Broncos. So we still kind of keep in touch with each other
Like on the WhatsApp.
on WhatsApp. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll be like, well, what's your time on the Bronco or whatever?
Yeah. What's a Bronco?
Broncos 20 back, 40 back, 60 back.
Yeah.
5 times.
Oh, okay. And then you got to do that 5 times, and then you get your number.
Yeah.
You work out your average.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think there's some ridiculous ones at the moment, like Bowden Barrett, the New Zealand 10, unreal player. I think he got like 4:12, mate, which is just insane.
4 minutes. Is that 4
4 minutes and 12 seconds, yeah. So that's kind of like how we test our fitness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. Be like the beep test, I guess.
Yeah,
not really.
like similar. I think the beep test is more going out, and I brought the Bronco in.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, the beep test has gone out. Yes.
yeah, that's the worst.
That's the
yeah.
worst.
And the yo-yo, God.
Right. All the coat hangers. Breaking coat hangers. That's the worst. Volunteers backs. Backs all
No
the
one likes a fitness test, mate.
Nah, no
Jesus.
way. So what's the plan? So have they got in contact with you now, West Harbour, saying that we've got to be back at trade? Is it 100% going?
Yeah. So I think there's like one more signature or something from I don't even know. Who.
Oh yeah, from whoever.
So the council can approve us to train.
Oh okay.
So obviously we're training 10s.
Yeah.
So I think 8 plus or 9 plus a coach.
Yeah. Well, can't you just split like?
Yeah, so that's what we're going to do.
Yeah,
So we're going to split, work around in a
Backs and forwards.
rotational.
Really, that's all it's going to be.
Yeah.
Backs train here, forwards train there.
Yeah.
You'll be able
And
to get the
then
system right.
we just keep going around in a circle, do different drills.
Oh no way. So how many games did you get this season before this all happened?
We got one trial.
One trial, so
One
you didn't
trial.
get a regular season game.
No.
Oh shit, it was that early, eh?
Yeah, because I think we start April, and so everything was closed down by then.
Oh shit, I
like
thought you guys
mid-March,
started. I thought you guys started February, March.
Nah, I think it's been up and down because I think the World Cup changed it, and then
Oh shit.
think it just pushed back a bit.
So what now? We see you guys going to train, try to get a couple of games in the season.
So I think they are talking about the first game of the round is like a trial game. I don't know.
You just want to just get it over.
Yeah. It'd be good to have a trial game.
Yeah, true. Just to break the cobwebs out.
Yeah.
But who's the hardest team? Not hardest. Who's the most challenging team you always find out in Shute Shield?
Most challenging.
Every time you verse them, basically.
Yeah, well, obviously Uni's quite good, but since I've been here, we've beat them once. We've been close each time. We haven't been smoked by them.
Yeah.
But they're probably the most consistent team.
Challenge.
So yeah, they don't really have as many lapses in their game.
Yeah.
So they're hard to beat. So if you're gonna beat them, yeah, you have to be playing well for a whole 80 minutes. Whereas most other teams, you can find a period where you're on top of them for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And get some points.
Yeah.
But there's not too many teams.
The boys.
I think probably Uni would be that toughest. Toughest, yeah, probably.
Eastwood, what about Eastwood? Have you heard
Eastwood are good. Eastwood good.
Consistent?
Mate, last year we did really well against them. I've only lost them once since I've been here, I think.
No way.
Yeah.
Well, someone must have been going on.
Twice last year we lost them actually. Just lost them.
So what about so obviously Eastwood is still a top tier.
Yeah, they're a great fullback. They're really good.
The big boys, eh?
Mate, that's huge.
I don't know,
and they can ball play a bit as well, which is
I don't know, when I remember playing first time for West Harbour, when watching the first graders come out of the tunnel, and I was walking to the canteen, just the size type, like, fuck, they're big boys.
Mate, yeah,
like,
especially when
I'm
they
talking about,
break their line, mate, and run at me.
What? That's the word, is it?
Mate, that's alright.
You're the second line defence, aren't you?
Yeah. The last time, mate, it's me and then the fullback. So I'm by myself.
Oh, no way. So what have you improved in your game, or what is there anything you need to improve in your game you've noticed that you're trying to work out?
So coming from New Zealand, it's a lot more physical rugby.
So New Zealand's more physical?
Yeah, a lot more physical, I thought. So I wouldn't dare go on a ruck in New Zealand. Let's just stay out at no point.
Yeah.
Whereas here, I've realised I can be a bit more physical, but it's also allowed me to work on my fitness and my speed.
Yeah,
so I can sacrifice some weight for fitness or speed kind of thing.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, so coming here, I've probably got a little bit fitter.
Yeah.
And probably speed. So I'm trying to work on my speed a fair bit.
Well, like off the mark to get the players.
Yeah, more top end for me, I think. So I don't often get to top end, but I need to be able to produce that, which is.
So when does it break and you're back in the market, you got to like straight away snap onto that.
Yeah, so that's probably my main focus for this season, which I've been working on. So I've started to get high GPS scores, which is pretty good. Yeah. But then I did my hip flexor a couple of weeks ago, so I was
They say that some of the boys probably watching it and be like, I'm going to weakness.
Nah, plenty of time to sort it out. I've been seeing physio quite a bit, so it's alright.
Yeah, so who's a physio? West Harbour physio?
Yeah, Noom.
Noom. Shout out Noom. I used to see him back in the day.
He sorts me out. He sorts me out well.
No, nice.
He's good.
So what now? So you guys are training now a couple of weeks. Next week you start training, trying to get ready, prepared for the season. Do you see yourself guys being in the top contender?
We got a great team
now.
Yeah, we got a great team, and we got a lot of depth now.
Yeah.
So we've retained all our players, and we've got so many more, and it's allowed the coaches to pick specific players. Yeah. So before we kind of needed everyone last year. Yeah. Whereas now we're going after, say, a front row or a lock, which allows us to, put our money in better places probably. Yeah. So with the improvements, do you see any what improvements do you reckon you would need for this year compared to just to be probably that consistency,
Just consistency.
Yeah. So what we're focusing on massively this season is just ball skills. So just simple stuff, as boring as it is, just catch, pass.
Basic stuff.
Catch, pass, and then it allows you to do anything. So we had a lot of just knock-ons last year, which we could play. We could seriously play when we needed to, but we'd do a dumb knock-on here. Someone would just drop the ball. Or
would you say that? I noticed with I don't want to say it, but I noticed with plays you have set plays. But I noticed when some sort of forwards see the ball and they sort of see it, do you have that problem where you're telling him just one more and then we get it out, but then you've always got that forward, or you've always got to play with someone sort of kills that structure, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Is there always someone who sort of like puts a dent in that where you're like, come on, man, just let us have it? So it sort of contributes to that knock on, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it is a little bit, but
someone gets excited basically.
You can kind of set up your structures so your guys
don't get hungry.
Are in the right place.
Yeah.
So
because if you see the light man,
you go like that. His job's to clean the ruck.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about it, you know.
But mate, have you seen, because you're there, have you seen guys just go when you don't need them to go type thing?
Oh yeah. You get it.
You don't have to name and shame them, but you know.
You get it a lot. Like you'll need a pass and there'll be wide open space and a forward will just grab the ball.
Oh, it's always
mate.
Because I see, I'm a fan, so I see it's like, bro, what are you guys doing? Like, you could have just 2 passes.
Mate, they see this, mate.
Yeah, they see this, and then
they see that.
The crowd
There's
sees
a little
this.
space, mate.
Have you ever gone off your head at someone just going?
Yeah, a couple of times.
Oh, so
times. Yeah, just.
Are you like a Michael Jordan on the field where you're just too passionate?
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
No, what I'm saying.
This doco, mate.
What I mean by that, like how you like when you're telling players like this is your responsibility, just do that. Like you've got.
Yeah, it's not so much that. Just I get. So I'm real up and down. So I'm usually pretty good, but then if something dumb happens or like a dumb mistake, you kind of like I kind of lose it a little bit. I try not to, which is massive improvement because I haven't obviously been captain for long.
Yeah.
So one of my big work-ons was to just
communicate.
Probably take a deep breath or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
it's just passionate. And that's not personal. It's
nah. And I think our guys know that it's not personal, but it needs to. It's a fine line before it gets.
It's got to be productive sort of criticism.
Yeah.
If you just got off your head.
It was more just there's effort mistakes and then there's dumb mistakes.
Yeah.
So like your effort mistakes would be your effort was there, but
just your hands were.
It just made it a dumb mistake. Like it was just an error. Like it's not your fault.
Yeah,
it happens. But then they'd be saying dumb that you just do. Mate, it is completely off what we do.
Yeah, so you call it play and then they do the opposite. They pass the wrong way. They're trying to be individuals. Do you have that problem with West Harbour? Do you find that there's a lot of individual
stuff?
Yeah, it's like, oh shit, I went a step and then I want to do that bench.
But that's also what makes them good.
Yeah.
As well. So
but when it pulls off,
it's 50-50, isn't it?
Because if it pulls off, you're a millionaire. It's $1 million. But then if it doesn't, it's just cost the game.
Exactly. There's a few moments like that last year, eh?
I don't want to say it, but I guess you got to give credit where credit's due. That's why I find it weird. Like when I watched Sydney Uni, Eastwood, when I was playing back in the day, the first grade, it seems very structured. Like it doesn't seem very individual-ish. If that makes sense. So you don't really see number 10 doing his. Like he gives it when he has to. You can just see the plays play on.
Sydney Uni, I don't think they've got
a flary type.
Nah,
play.
not at all.
But it's very structured. Like that's their style.
They know what to do, kind of thing, and they do it. But I think that's what we got to try do as West Harbour is do the unpredictable.
Yeah.
And use that, but like smart unpredictable.
Yeah.
So play in the areas we shouldn't play when it's on.
Yeah.
Type stuff. And use our individuals. We've got some great players, great X factor.
But West Harbour always had that. They always had the X factor players. Like they always had the individually they can match top teams. But when it comes together, it seems like it's.
Man, we had some ridiculous stat last year. Like it was like 90% of our tries were from within our own half, and we only scored I think like 2 tries within their 22. So when we get in their 22, we might as well give it to them.
Give it to them, let them kick it back, and then go from there.
Mate, we had players that could just go.
Yeah.
Like step, one-on-one gone. Like one-on-one, we're good.
Yeah.
But the consistency and phase play.
Yeah.
So we will turn over ball, catch them off guard type of thing.
What will be one of the goals you have set for this year for the club or for yourself? When if it does keep going, if the competition
I want to try to get into those final positions because we didn't get into finals since I've been here. We've always just missed out.
Yeah.
So that's my one, and I genuinely think we can do it. And if we do it, I reckon we could easily go the whole way.
Just judging for what I know of the club, they can individually. I think it just needs to. I'm no super rugby coach, man. Come together, boys. You guys be able to do it.
It does feel like we've got it. We've got it this year.
Do you reckon? It'd be cool, but do you reckon you guys can make the top 2?
It would be good. It'd be good if we could. Yeah. And we've got players coming back in those key positions. Yeah. And great players. Yeah. So and word on the street is we're going pretty well. So Yeah, I think we could probably do quite well, eh?
Well, I'm definitely a fan, and I do hope you guys do it, man, because fuck, I'll definitely be on the stands and just see that happening. See you run out and running the team out. So, what was it like having your first game captaining? How you say that word?
Captaining.
Captaining.
I think that's it.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Well, how was it? How was your first game being a captain on this team? How was that?
So it was hard. Yeah, it was hard for me at the start. So one thing I realised between last year and this year is I shouldn't overthink the role.
Go, yeah.
Because I think I kind of naturally make my calls and the right calls, but when I start to overthink it, I start to change. Like my personality on the field, it starts to go away because I think I got in there from how I played. So I think I need to just focus on whatever I was focusing on before. Well, rather than overthinking the actual role.
Well, they say just keep doing what you said there.
Yeah. So don't change what's working.
Yeah, I mean, like you're a captain for a reason. Obviously, they see something in you.
Reached an hour.
It's been an hour already.
It's gone quick, eh?
Fuck, bro. That was heaps, bro. We haven't even talked about what you do for work. What's your job, bro? You still working? No.
Yeah.
Wow, it's been an hour already. Far out.
Yeah,
bro, you know what we can do? We'll definitely run it back after the season or through mid-season.
Yeah,
Bro, we'll bring Jordan.
We'll bring a few of the boys.
For sure, man. For sure. Fuck, an hour already. That's pretty quick, man.
Yeah.
I don't even say, are you
can talk, man.
Hey, so, anyway, are you gainfully employed at the moment? No, so obviously you're employed now as an accountant.
Yep.
Have you looked into getting your own place now, like in that situation, or?
So I've thought about it.
Yeah.
I've thought about it, but I need to. Yeah, it's something I'd look at probably maybe next year or the year after. But I quite enjoy it.
Yeah, what you're doing now.
And it's a great balance between my work and rugby. So
for sure,
chaos and a bit of stability.
Yeah,
it's good for me.
Yeah, so you're an accountant, but that's another conversation. But
that's a whole.
So, bro, for sure, we definitely, Dion, appreciate you coming on, man.
No worries,
thanks for to it, like you definitely, Jordan. Shout out to Jordan for hooking this up too, legend. But we'll have to run it back, man. There's plenty to say and talk about.
There's a lot to talk about,
man. But even the season kicking off, like in this moment, it'll be good. It'll be good. It'll be definitely
a few weeks into the season, mate. It'll be good
for sure. Like you'll be playing towards summer. No.
Yeah, it'll be hot.
No, would you be playing it, or would it be just autumn?
No, it won't be summer.
It won't be summer.
No.
Well, so it'd be still coldish.
Yeah, I'll be getting sunburned, mate.
Yeah.
For sure, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's good. Vitamin D or vitamin C? What's vitamin C? The sun one?
No, vitamin D.
Vitamin D. Vitamin D for D, eh?
Yeah.
Get a bit of sun.
I need it.
But yeah, for sure. So time is up, but listen, I'll definitely run it back. And look, it's a pleasure having you on too. I appreciate it. But you'll definitely see me in the stands if we're allowed to go watch. I'll be there watching. Shout out to all the West Harbour boys and the West Harbour family. It's definitely good to have you on. But appreciate it, bro.
Thanks,
for sure, we'll definitely run it back too. So,
yeah.
For sure. All right, guys, that's it. All right, cheers. That was good, bro. Oh man, the hour went too quick.
Quick as
fuck, bro, there was so much.